The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Today it's 3 o'clock in Buffalo, New York. As you can see, it's a nice 45 degrees here. I'm here with Jason. Jason, you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Hey, what's going on, Jason? How's the weather down in your neck of the woods?
It's around the same. It's around 50 degrees. My office is pretty cold, actually. We have hardwood floors, and yeah, just trying to stay warm in here.
Nice, nice. So before we get going into anything here, obviously we want to make sure that you can hear us clearly. So if you don't mind, just type in right now that you can hear us and where you're joining us today, in what part of the country. All right, we have time to rock out. What's going on, Adam? Hey, Craig from Phoenix. Rob, Ed Crabtree. What's going on? Toronto, Canada, right down the road from me. What's going on, Scott? Hey, John, Phil, Steve. See a lot of familiar names on here. What's going on, Dan? Seattle, Washington. All the way from the UK. What's going on, Thomas? Well, thank you guys so much for joining us this afternoon. I think you guys are really going to be in for a special treat here. So how many of you all have done name campaigns, name t-shirts, whether it's the first name or the last name? How many people here have done those shirts, whether it's on Teespring or Viral Style or one of their own platforms? All right, a lot of people have. Few people haven't. A lot of yeses, though. Definitely a lot of yeses. A lot of success back in February. Few people haven't done name campaigns yet, but basically it's being able to market a shirt with somebody's first name or last name for them to purchase, and people went crazy about them. They were selling like crazy back in February when the first campaign started being advertised, but as we all know, Facebook put the ban hammer on it. They're banning advertising accounts. I know I lost my account. So even after the ban, though, I was still seeing a ton of campaigns. I'm sure you guys were too, being sold through Teespring, being advertised on Facebook. So people were still doing it. The ROI was just crazy on those shirts. So we were looking for a way to continue doing it. And obviously, we wanted to remain compliant and stay within the terms of service. But these shirts just sell so well, it was hard to completely give up name campaigns. So through talking and kind of reaching out to people through private masterminds and whatnot, we were introduced to a gentleman who was doing name campaigns and doing big numbers in name campaigns. So obviously that got our attention. And this guy's name is Ken Anderson, and he's joining us today on the call. And, you know, back when Ken and I first started talking, he didn't even really need to tell me anything about this software. I just said, Ken, I want this. And we've been using the software successfully to sell a lot of name campaigns and a lot of T-shirts. So a lot of people are saying, you know, I'm scared to do any kind of name campaigns. I don't want to get banned. Well, with this, you don't have to worry about it. And that's why, you know, I'm sure you saw through our emails and through our posts why we're so excited to have Ken here today, because he's going to show you how to do name campaigns. And I know that I was blown away the first time I saw this software, and you know, the amount of time and money that he's put into developing the software and continuing to develop it has just been amazing. So enough with me blabbering. We will be on the call. We'll be answering any questions in the chat box. So yeah, you know, I'm not going to tell you to, you know, close Facebook or Skype, or, you know, I'm not going to tell you to do that, but I think that, you know, this will be a webinar that's well worth your time for attending. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over the screen and introduce you to Ken Anderson. All right, Ken, I just sent you over the screen.
Okay, got it. Just let me know if you can hear me okay and see my screen.
Yep, we can hear you okay, but I'm seeing the, I think you have to allow screen access.
Okay, I've done that. Let's see. Are we missing something here?
It says waiting to view Ken's screen. So there should have been a box that popped up somewhere on your desktop that is asking for permission to view your screen.
Yeah, and I have clicked on that. Let's just see if others can see my screen.
Okay, Sheila's saying we can see it. Keith's saying no. Oh, there we go. Can everyone else see that
We're
screen
live?
now? All right, everyone's saying yes,
Okay,
we see
maybe
it now.
it's just a delay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, well, let's get started. Hopefully I don't take up too much of your time, and hopefully everyone finds this rather interesting. I like to think that I was at the start of the name campaigns. That was a long time ago. I had a very long run with the name campaigns, and as soon as Facebook shut down the name campaigns, I realized that the value of the market was still there. The buyers were still there. It's just that the competition was gone. That's all Facebook was doing. I just had to find a way to stay in the terms, Facebook's terms, and I would still be able to tap into that market. So for me, it ended up being a very happy day when Facebook gave the big slap. I know a lot of people were disappointed, but I looked at it and said, I think there's an opportunity here. And what I did was I started to look around for ways that I could have single t-shirts printed. And it took me about 2 weeks, and I found a company called T-Shirt Gang. And I came up with my plan, I put it in place, and sure enough, I was able to sell t-shirts. What I did is I printed one t-shirt at a time, I designed one at a time, and I came up with a simple page that looked like this. Basically, I would run an ad, people would come to my site, they would leave a $3 deposit, they'd click on something like this place order button, and of course it would say name to be printed on the shirt and your email address. I would then go and put their name into my template in Photoshop. I would make a t-shirt. I would put it on T-Shirt Gang. I would then send a link through email to the person who had left the deposit. They would then go and buy the shirt, and when they got there they would see that their $3 had been taken off of the purchase price. And this worked. I was able to sell t-shirts. I was back in business. The only issue that I had was, how would I scale this up? Hire a whole bunch of VAs and be communicating with people and all the grief. You know, I knew that there would be a better way. I just had to figure it out, and that's when I came up with the idea for the software. And I believe it was about 5 months in development. That was with 3 programmers working full-time, and we then had our new software. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you the different aspects of the software, and I'm going to show you how I market the software. That way you'll have a good idea of you know, what you might be able to accomplish using the software. This is a basic setup. Of course, we can control all aspects of the way it looks to personalize it, customize it. The header color, logo, background images, background colors. The content area, we can control the color of that as well. All the buttons in here can be turned on and off. Our countdown timers, our scarcity images, we can change out our buy buttons, we can add search boxes, we can add shares, we can add discount coupons. Everything in here can be personalized, customized. Now, let's take a look at the software. How does this work? Well, first of all, let's just enter a name into the box. I'll put in Chelsea. It instantly builds a t-shirt on the fly. Now, we can put in any image and we can upload any font. No matter how long the name is, Our system is going to make it fit in the content area. So I can go into Teespring, I can go through TView, and I can find any t-shirt that's taking off, that's selling like crazy, and I can look for a way to personalize it. And that's what you saw with the Smack Talking shirt. When I saw that thing come out, I said, hey, I can personalize that. I did, and I sold a pile of those shirts. Now, not only can people enter their name in the box, it's also URL driven. But when it comes to entering the name in the box, I realized I could just run ads, and I could just send people over and they could just enter their name and have a t-shirt created on the fly. We built the software so that it's URL driven. That means that inside the URL, as you see up top, it says Chelsea. If I put in Susan up here, it still builds the t-shirt. This allows us to do a number of things. One of the most powerful things is to access either our list or someone else's email list, whether it's you find that list online or you find it in the real world. There's a number of ways to find email lists. Now, I build my own lists, and I am able to use the first name token in my autoresponder so that when I send out an email, every single person gets a unique landing page with a t-shirt with their name on it. Whether it's in an ad format like you see here, or whether it's just as a regular email, a method of communication to my list. I might send out an email once a week. They would always see a brand new design, and on the right-hand side, everything would be turned off, and this would just be the content area of my email. So with it URL driven, I'm able to reach large numbers of people with a unique landing page, and I can always change up my designs. Now let's take a quick look at another way that we can market. We're talking about two ways here. One is just direct traffic. It converts fine. Using the URL through email, it converts excellent. Let's take a look at some of the other ways. We've implemented a full-blown scratch and win system. And I'm going to put this link in the members area, or in the chat, and everyone is welcome to go and check this out for yourselves. I'll just put it right in here. And then I'm going to show you on the screen exactly how it works. First of all, Facebook, we can put any image in here we want, and we put the link in. Now, what we've done is, first of all, when it comes to the email, if I'm going to email, I can actually personalize the scratch and win ticket URL so that everybody's going to get a unique scratch and win ticket. If I'm running an ad, I would bring them to a page like this, a very simple bridge page. This doesn't collect an opt-in. And later on, I'm going to show you a more advanced technique which does collect opt-ins. Here they would just enter a name, and I'll just put in Susan again, and they could just enter the contest. Now, Susan just entered the contest, and she's going to scratch, and what name are we going to see behind the scratch ticket? Yeah, of course we're going to see Susan. It's building the t-shirts on the fly. Everybody gets a unique scratch ticket. It auto-completes. You either get a win or lose message. If it's a lose message, we're going to take Susan to a place where she can buy her t-shirt. If Susan decides that she's going to go back and I'll just scratch again, she's going to be cookied for a day, and then she'll have to click here if she actually just wants to make the purchase. Now, being able to give out a scratch ticket is really powerful. As a direct advertising method, it's even more powerful when I have a group of people that will actually share that. When you start to get the shares happening, it can really take off because people are actually saying, hey, I just tried the scratch ticket. I didn't win, maybe you will. it's very easy for people to share that type of thing. It can really take off. You can get some great exposure just with our scratch tickets. We've seen fantastic results with our scratch tickets. Now, we control the frequency of the win, and it's by visitor. So we can set it for every 50th visitor, every 30th visitor. We can set it for visitor number 27, number 85, number 127, completely flexible. When the winner gets a message, it pops up, it collects their information, and then we can redirect them after we've collected their information to an upsell page saying something like, hey, you just won one, why not pick up another item and we'll give you a discount on it. And that would be personalized as well. Now, let's take a look at another method. When you're getting started selling t-shirts, you need a quick method. The best thing is to find something really quick that generates sales so that you can start making money on the first day that you set up the system. And I'll show you one of the contests that we run. I set up a little demo page. We run this one all the time. Absolutely love this. I've got people that are running this and selling 100 t-shirts a day just with this aspect. We set up a post and it just has a generic non-personalized t-shirt. Get this t-shirt free. Comment below, I want this. That's all you have to do for a chance to win. Now, I'm going to put this page link in the chat, and what I want you to do is I want you to go down and comment and say, I want this. I'm going to throw this in right now. Visit this page and go down and comment with, I want this. That's all you're going to have to do, and I'm going to get a shirt ready here, and then I'm going to do this demonstration for you. Let's see if we're getting anybody commenting here. Hopefully you are seeing that link and you're coming in here to comment.
Yep, I just actually sent out the link in the questions box as well, so if you don't see it, go ahead and check the questions box. You'll find the link in there. This is really cool though, Ken.
Yeah, this is going to be this will be fun. We'll see how this thing works. Okay, let's go and find that post. There it is. And let's see what we come up with here. Okay, we're still waiting for some comments. There we go. It is Eric Carnes Eric. Well, that's very interesting. Let's do this. What we do is we reply to comments. Now, what does it do when we reply to a comment? It actually sends a notification through Facebook that says, hey, somebody has commented or replied to one of your comments. And I'm actually going to reply to a comment right now, and you're going to see exactly how this works. Okay, Carnes Eric has just made a comment saying, I want this. I'm going to click on the reply button. Oh, that one has already been done. Let's find another one. Let me just refresh. Let me just zip down and find this. There we go. Oh, now we've got some comments. That's what we're talking about. Okay, let's just, and we would go through each one of these. It's a manual process. Any VA can handle it. And right here we have Mickey. I'm just going to reply. And I would normally send this out after I've given the t-shirt away, and I would say something like, hey, so if you didn't win, you can always pick one up here. And let me just put that in. And I'll show you how quick it is. I'm going to put a link in, my link in there, and I'm actually just going to change out the name right here. And then I'm just going to copy this, and I'll show you how it works. I'm just going to hit the enter button, and instantly it's going to create a shirt, a thumbnail, and it's going to send a notification straight through to Mickey Smith right now with this t-shirt. And you can see in, this might be a little tiny to see, but if we click on it, we'll see that we've created a shirt for Mickey. Now, Mickey's going to get that notification and see a personalized t-shirt for his favorite team. He was trying to win this shirt that's non-personalized. We just sent him an offer to buy a personalized shirt. Let's go and reply to Victor. Now, it's really easy. The VA just pastes this in and backspaces here and puts in Victor and hits enter. And then we just go down, and here's Henry. Let's reply to Henry. Let's throw this in, and let's back this up, and let's put in Henry. And as you can see, we're creating these shirts on the fly. Everyone has a different name. Everybody's getting a notification. There's good buddy Sean Spellman. I'm just going to hit that, and I'm just going to go back and put in Sean and hit enter, and it's going to create a shirt and an offer for Sean. Now, we go through, we reply to everyone. We can do about 260 replies an hour. We've never had an issue when we're doing these manually. We've never had an issue with Facebook. Everybody is getting the offer for a personalized t-shirt for a team that we know they love because they were trying to win a shirt like this. We know they love the team. We're getting them to say, I want this. That's the psychological trigger. They're already basically committing to it. And we just go down and we just start copying or just pasting in our pre-formatted message, and we just change out the name, and it's building every one of these t-shirts on the fly. Now, let's take a look at some of the other things that the software does. Now you've seen a few ways that we market the software. Hopefully you're starting to see some of the potential and the capabilities of the software. One thing that we're able to do is 2 layers of personalization. Everybody's seen the old Team Smith Lifetime Member. Well, we've had people order, we had one order of 16 t-shirts. We then had the customer say, is there any way we can have the individual names put on these as well? They had 16 t-shirts. We came up with the idea that, yeah, of course we can do that. We'll put in 2 layers of personalization. We can put in the first name, and of course it's going to build a t-shirt with the first and last name. It's pretty cool because we can now do a last name personalization, we can do first name personalization, we can do both. Now let's take a look at another aspect. Maybe you sell t-shirts, maybe you sell t-shirts and you sell physical products. Let's take a look at physical products. And let me give you the method that I use when I'm selling physical products. I know the audience that I'm targeting, and I know that they like the Oklahoma Sooners. And I know that the one thing that I really want to create is shock factor, because shock factor sells. When people used to be scrolling through their news feeds and they would see a first name t-shirt and it would have their name on it, and they go, wow, that's awesome, a t-shirt with my name. Who would have ever guessed? And it was convenient. So I know that I'm targeting Oklahoma Sooner fans, but I'm selling them maybe a pair of earrings. Not Oklahoma Sooner earrings, just regular earrings. Maybe I'm selling them a credit card survival knife. Maybe I'm selling them sunglasses. If you sell physical products or you want to sell physical products, this is a great way to upsell. I know my audience, they're Sooner fans. Now what happens when they complete the purchase? They're not opting into anything. All they're doing is buying an item. Now when they go through the purchase process, when they go through and make the purchase, and when they're returned from making the purchase, they're going to be directed to an upsell landing page. And we know that they were Oklahoma Sooner fans buying a generic pair of earrings. And guess what? Donna's going to land on a personalized Oklahoma Sooners t-shirt. Now this creates a shock factor because the thing that runs through their mind is, well, first of all, how do they know my name? We know their name because they just made a transaction through PayPal and we extracted the name. How did they get my name on my favorite team's t-shirt? How do they know that I love the Oklahoma Sooners? This is like magical. How does this happen? Of course, we have the answers. It's very simple. Our software is doing the whole thing. Let's go back, and before we go to the next aspect, let's talk about the automation in the system. This is a 100% automated system. All you have to do is create your ads once you've set it up. When I've set up this campaign, all I have to do is run my ads. Now, I'm not talking about running an ad for a week because my Teespring campaign is going to expire. I'm talking about running a campaign for the next year because I'm dealing with large audiences. Now, this is automated. What happens when somebody makes a purchase? The item is created inside T-Shirts Gang's site automatically through their API. We are integrated through their API. The shirt goes into their system. They print the shirt. They ship the shirt. Everything is taken care of. I have nothing that I need to do other than once a day popping in the evening, taking a look at my shopping cart, and whatever's in my shopping cart, all I have to do is click on it and pay for it in PayPal, and that initiates the process of them printing and delivering, taking care of fulfillment. We'll talk a little bit about the price of T-Shirt Gang's products a little bit later if we need to. Some people might want to know if it's cheaper than Teespring, if it's more, and we will talk about that. Let's take a look at the next thing here. First, birth year campaigns. This is an easy way for us to do birth year campaigns. How would I target this? Very simple. I target females who, for this one, would be in between the age of 50 and 65, and I would say, is your guy an American Classic? Why not get him the t-shirt? He'll love you for it. All years available. They would just come right here and enter their birth year. Now let's take a look at some of the ads, because I know a number of you will be wondering, how do you run your ads? Very, very simple. I run an ad that looks just like this, and it converts very well. It just says, available in all names. Let's talk about Facebook's terms of service. It comes down to context, and this is the explanation from my Facebook ads rep. If you put something in here that said, hey Chelsea, this is a perfect shirt for you, that would be a breach. If you said something like, hey, do you know of people named Chelsea? Share this shirt with them. That would be a breach. Using an example of one of our products is not a breach. If we just say available in all names, this is nothing more than an example of our product. Now what I do is I'll run maybe 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 ads going after the most popular first name, and if I have 10 of those ads out there, a lot of people named Chelsea are going to see it, and a lot of friends of Chelsea are going to see it and give me a share anyway. It's just how it works. put out the top 20 names, and you'll get a lot of shares, and you'll run into a lot of people with the top 20 names by volume. Easy to do a search, easy to get that out there. Not only can people click on all available names, you know, everything's available. I run an ad that says, if we don't have a shirt with your name in stock, we'll make you one for free. A lot of people will click just to see if their name is available, especially when they have these weird, bizarre, whacked out names. I love the names, they're beautiful, but they've never seen a t-shirt with their name on it. They will click just to see if they'll get a free t-shirt. And guess what? We always have it in stock. No matter how crazy or weird that name is, we have it in stock. So we get clicks here a number of ways. One is, of course, Chelsea sees it. The other way is a friend of Chelsea sees it and shares it with Chelsea. And the other one is just the generic general people saying, hey, I wonder if they have my name in stock. If they like the design, they're going to love it with their name on it. Okay, let's take a look at another thing that we do. We run ads and we sell personalized cell phone cases. We get these cell phone cases printed and delivered anywhere in the United States for $9.98. We can put anything on the cases we like. I'm showing you one here, and I'm showing you actually even some of my targeting. Is this a copyright infringement? Yeah, don't worry about that. You'll see that this is just set up for a demo. Just the people that have seen it have been sharing it. You can rework this if you wanted to have a different image in here, but here's some of my layering. They like the Cleveland Browns. They live in Texas, and I'll tell you, there is a lot of buyers in Texas. You want to target a state, and you're doing a state-by-state campaign, Texas works for almost any team. They buy, and they have a lot of fans in Texas for every team I've come across. Now, there's two layers, state by state and team by team. We can also add the name, and I came up with the idea to throw in the phone number. If I'm dealing with a practical age group and they're very practical by nature, they're going to love to be able to have an alternate phone number attached to their cell phone in case they lose it or leave it or whatever happens. It gets stolen. So anyway, you can put anything you want on here. And I think they come in like 8 different colors, and I'm telling you, they are an exceptional cell phone case.
Yeah,
the feedback and reviews are exceptional.
Yeah, I wanted to jump in here real quick because
Sure.
A lot of people on the call know how big I am into mobile phone covers, and something that I've been focusing on heavily over the last few months, especially with the way that it can be targeted now on Facebook. So adding in the customization, especially to this degree, where it's the name, the number, the state, the team, I mean, this just becomes a whole nother animal, and it's awesome to have that kind of capability.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's really nice to be able to target people by the phone that they use, like an iPhone 6, and have it personalized with all the elements that they like, the Browns and the state and their name and their number.
Right.
And the fact that they use an iPhone 6, we're really, really focused in our marketing.
Yeah, and people are actually asking a few questions. One of the questions, especially for the cases, was who the provider is, and just to answer that real quick, because I've been pretty much a part of the software since day one. It's somebody that Ken has a relationship with. It's a private supplier, so I don't think that it's someone you can find just by going out and Googling on online. Am I right on that one, Ken?
Yeah, that's right. I came across this person. I'm not sure if it was a friend that told me about it. Anyway, I came across a company that printed out of Miami. And I checked some of the reviews, and they were exceptional. I've had a couple conversations, and we've got something set up really, really simple with this supplier. Although we're not integrated with the API, we actually have an export feature in our system. So that allows us to put anything on here that's personalized, whether it's mugs or pens or or bags or whatever we find that we can print, it's really easy for us as long as they will accept a CSV file. We go into our dashboard and we hit Export Successful Payments. It does an export into a CSV, and then all we do is email that CSV to our supplier in Miami, and about 2 hours later he sends back an invoice. All we do is pay the PayPal invoice. Really simple process, not quite as quick as through the API. It is an extra step, but it allows us a lot of flexibility in what we want to sell. Our software will sell anything that's personalized. It will design anything. You can put in cell phone cases, and I'm actually going to go through. If we have a few more questions, we can take them now, and then I'll go in and show you the dashboard so you can see how quick and easy it is to design a t-shirt.
Yeah, that'd be great, Ken. I think people would love to see the inside and check out the dashboard.
Sure. Let's take a look at that right now. Let's go and design one. Okay, here we are in the dashboard, and I'm just going to quickly go over to shirts and show you how quick and easy this is. I'm just going to click on Add a New Shirt because, of course, we can add all the shirts or hoodies that we want. And I'll go through each one. Here we have name, and I'll just put in, and you can actually put in, if you want to track by a stock number. This is going to show up in PayPal as they make their payment. Now, comments. Because we're integrated through the T-Shirt Gang's API, we can put a comment in here, and that comment is using their comment feature in the API, which means that if we want a T-shirt printed on the back, all we have to say is that's it. Please print on the back of the t-shirt. This is going to go through with every order. Here we're going to set our price, and I'll just put this one at $21.95. I'm going to go with and we have the purple shirt in here, so let's carry on with that. Let's go with purple. I'm going to leave it as a standard t-shirt. Now all I have to do is upload my background image, and I'll just go and grab one of those. And there we go. That'll do. And let's go and upload, and let me just talk about these two images. All you have to do is get your designer to supply the pixel measurements are 2200 wide by 3000 tall at 200 dpi. And then all we do is, whether your designer does it or you do it yourself, you just throw this design when it comes back from your designer into your paint program and resize it down to 290 pixels. So let's go ahead and load these up. We'll go through and find the right ones here. Here's my 290, so let's just throw that in. And of course you can't see it because it's all white. Let's load up the 2200. Let's put a default name on here. Now this is the Anne, so I'm going to put in Annie. It's Annie thing. We can upload any font. I'll just go down and grab one. Inside our members area we have, I think, 6,500 fonts. And let's center this. These controls are now based on the name box itself. So I want the name centered in the box. I'm going to go with a font size of 43. Now, I know that this was 290 pixels wide, so this will always be set at 290. I always go a little bit under, 285. Now, if I'm using drop-down characters for fonts, this controls the depth of the box. So I'll just go a little bit deeper here. And this is the color. I'll just throw that in and hit refresh. And now we can see that the name fits nicely inside this box. These things, you can leave them Every design, you can just set these up exactly the same. There's no science to this. It's just trial and error, and I'll show you how quick and easy it is. Okay, now we're just going to hit refresh preview. Real simple. We're now ready to design our shirt. We just drag our main image in and throw it wherever we want it to go. I think it looks great right there. And I just drag the name in, and let's just drop it in where it should go. That looks pretty good right there. If I decided that that was a little bit small, I could just go and increase this. Let's go to 46 and let's hit refresh. And now let's refresh our preview and you'll see the name expand. There we go. That looks pretty good. And I'll just hit save. And now we can go and take a look at the shirt itself. And we'll see that we now have the thumbnail showing up down here, and we would put something on, please select the correct prefix. They could then select it, and there we see the shirt that we just created. Pretty simple stuff. It's not that difficult to design or set up the t-shirt inside the system. It's easy to work with. You know, everything that's in here comes pre-set up. You don't have to worry about your copy that goes in here. Everything is pre-set up, so all we're doing is tweaking things when we come in or changing it based on a niche that we're in. Everything that we do here is all set up. It's just a matter of making changes. If you don't want to make changes, we don't make changes. I have this one set up, so I just plug it in and it runs. Anything else we want to see inside the software there, Sean? Any questions?
Yeah, we're getting a couple questions that I've been answering. In terms of provider, it's not essential that you have to use T-Shirt Gang. Is that correct? Pretty much any other provider can be used if somebody has somebody locally that they'd like to use.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We were contacted with by fives.com, and they are taking care of our European distribution. They deliver to 100 countries. Their prices are great, their shipping is awesome, and they don't have an API. No big deal, just export completed our successful payments, and they've got a commercial Dropbox set up where you just drop your file in there, and then they process the order right from there and invoice you. So you can deal with anyone you like. Our printer in Columbus, Ohio right now that does our hoodies and V-necks, their API isn't in place. It's really easy. Theirs will be done shortly. Right now you just export successful payments and email it off. So it'll work with anyone that you want, whether it's mugs or pens or shirts or hoodies or shopping bags or shoes. Really doesn't matter. Our system will work easily with anything that you're trying to sell. That's personalized.
Yeah, and that really opens up a lot of doors, being able to pick and choose your provider and to be able to export, especially with the European market, and having, you know, a third party being able to deliver to the European market. I mean, that's pretty untapped still, I think, when it comes to the name campaigns. So that's pretty huge. We have a lot of people here, Ken, that are kind of, they're anxious. They, you know, they have they have to get going, so they're wondering about the pricing and how they can just jump right in and get into this software. So if you want to briefly cover that, we can go back to some questions afterward.
Okay. Our price is set at $997, and although that might seem like it's a little expensive, the one thing that I will not do is apologize for the price, because I spent 5 months in development with 3 programmers working almost 7 days a week. We've put so much time, effort, and money into this that $1,000 is a drop in the bucket compared to what we've spent. So, like I said, I won't apologize for the price. It's $997, and you know, we're not here to sell this in masses. We're here to sell this to people that really want to do something with it. We have a fantastic group of people. We have some of the biggest names in the industry running this software, and they are jumping in training webinars with us. Inside our members area, we have all of the training. We have YouTube training, we have pre-made videos, we have all of our designs in there. When you need a design and you need to get started, it's no problem. You can go right in here to designs, and if you want to grab a video, if you want to grab t-shirts, we've got all kinds of designs in here. We've got new designs coming out. You're ready to go. We've spent a lot of money on our designs. We've spent a lot of money on our videos. Right here, 5 videos. These were set up for Christmas. We've got new ones coming. Everything that you could want for the system is in here. Fonts, t-shirts, blanks, models. We just uploaded another 103 images that support the products that we're selling through our Columbus printer. Everything is in here, and we have a guy coming to do a guest speaker tomorrow night, and he is going to show how he is selling a pile of t-shirts, and he is one of the big name marketers who's actually running this software. We have the big names in the group that are actually offering the training. So not only myself offering the training, we have guest speakers that are showing how they're killing it with our software. So the price is $9.97 and no apology given.
Yeah, I don't even think no apology is really needed. You know, at $1,000, you know, that's basically 50 shirts. You know, it's selling them at $20 a piece. And for anybody on the call that's done name campaigns in the past, you know how easy it is to sell 50 shirts with the name campaigns. You know, and if you haven't done name campaigns in the past, let me tell you, it's very easy to sell. The shirts are so personalized that they fly off the shelf, and then many people order multiple shirts for family members. You know, so some people order, you know, 3, 4, 5, but to sell 50 shirts, you know, that's pretty easy to do. And, you know, if you buy the software and, you know, set it up, go through the process, and just do the little bit of work required, you know, it shouldn't be too hard to get your investment back, and then you're in pure profit from there. And just like we were saying at the beginning, you know, once the terms of service changed, you know, several months ago there was tons of people cashing in on the name campaigns. Well, now, you know, since that was wiped out and so many people were thrown out of the game, there's still all those buyers out there, but there's way more smaller percentage of people that's actually able to sell these shirts. And if you buy in the software today, you're going to be part of that small circle, and you can cash in just like we're doing. You know, so I don't think the price, you know, I mean, really you could charge more, you know, if you wanted to, but, you know, I don't think that people on the call, you know, a lot of people on the call have already done name campaigns and are experienced, and some people just understand the opportunity. So I don't think that there's any apology needed for the price tag. I think it's a great price, really.
Yeah, and I wanted to jump in as well because there's somebody on the call, Butch Smith, a.k.a. Sarge. Him and I know each other, and I know that he has been in development with different customization software, and he's saying that companies charge tens of thousands of dollars for software that does, you know, this kind of thing with shirts and with you know, phone cases and that kind of thing. We also had another question. Somebody asked Ken if they also get to use the suppliers that you find and that help do fulfillment with covers or with the European distribution. Do they have access to those suppliers as well?
Yeah, everything that we uncover, we share inside the group. So the videos are there no matter what you're trying to accomplish, whether it's placing an order or doing a setup. We have all of those videos in place. We have all of those videos in place, so it actually shows you who the supplier is, how to place an order. Everything is shared. We don't hold anything back. If we find something, and we're always in the hunt for new items, we always put them inside the members area.
Okay, and for people, I know the link might not be clickable in the actual questions box. So for those who do want to pick up this software, it's productpages.co/go, G-O. So productpages.co, not .com, productpages.co/go to get access to the software. Let's go through. We have a lot of questions now.
Sean, we had some people asking about that bonus that we mentioned.
Oh, okay, yeah, we didn't even get into that yet. Yeah, let me talk about the bonus real quick, and then we can get back to some questions and also some more demonstrations of the software. But basically, we've been using this software for a couple months already. So we have a little bit of a head start. So what we'd like to do for people who do pick up the software today is we'd like to add a special bonus package for people to use exclusively with this software. So initially, this was going to be a completely separate product that Jason and I were working on, but we wanted to add it today because basically it's what we've been doing with this software. And some people still either don't have a Facebook account, they were banned, arbitrarily, or they just don't do Facebook advertising. So this is in addition to Facebook. So this is outside of even advertising on Facebook, and it's how we've been using the software to make thousands and thousands of dollars in sales with free traffic. And basically what the bonus will cover is everything from start to finish. It's going to be a video series, so you'll kind of have an over-the-shoulder look, and it's pretty template driven, step by step, so you'll be literally able to copy and paste to get more sales using this software. So that's something that we will be including in addition to everything, all the designs and access to the software. And having been a member for a couple months already, I actually really, really like the training that's also a part of this when it comes to marketing. So Ken has a really cool webinar on YouTube ads, which I'd never seen before. It could be a course in itself in Pinterest marketing. And actually, I just watched the Pinterest marketing one this morning and already have my VA going out and making designs. So there's a lot of stuff in here. It's not just the software. It's how to use the software and use it effectively. Without just relying on Facebook advertising, which I think is really important, especially now as, people are getting banned left and right for no reason, for not doing anything wrong. So being able to learn other traffic strategies is really important. So I just wanted to chime in and say that, and that is part of the bonus. It's something that we use internally, and we've been using it for a while. So it's something that we do kind of want to keep to a small group. So we will add that bonus for 10 people, the first 10 people. So if you already put through your order, consider yourself one of those 10. And yeah, it looks like we have a few. So there's probably 5 or 6 left at this point. But let's get back into it, and I'll hand it back over to you, Ken, and start answering some more questions here. So somebody asked if this is a WordPress theme or plugin.
No, this is self-hosted. We recommend that you set up with Namecheap hosting, and we recommend them because they've got live support. If you ever have an issue, they actually have the chat support. I think they charge $20 a year, and that's for the bigger package. I think you can get it for even cheaper. But anyway, you need hosting and you need a domain, and that's about it. This is self-hosted. You install it on your domain. And if you need any changes done, that can be done as well. If you have a programmer and you want to add some extra features yourself, you can go ahead and do that. But it is self-hosted, and all of our training is there to show you how to set it up. And if anyone has any problems in setting up their initial system, we do have a support staff. We have live support through Skype and a Facebook group. But inside Skype, you can just send us a message, and one of our support staff is always on, and we will get you set up right away.
All right, let's see. So Kevin is asking, he says he doesn't know if it was mentioned, but how often can a person enter a contest, and will there be a limit to the number of times that they can enter into the contest?
What kind of a contest, like comments or?
I think he might be referring to the scratch off.
Yes, they can enter the contest as often as they want, but they can't scratch the ticket in. We've cookied everyone for 24 hours. So, 24 hours is about right. If they do think about it and they come back and they want to scratch again, that's fine. We're still only giving away one prize out of every maybe 50th visit or 100th visit, so we do cookie them for 24 hours.
All right. Getting a lot of questions here.
We have a lot
I've
of
got
questions.
lots of time, Sean.
All right.
A few people said that the link was not working. That's probably because we're getting a bunch of hits at one time, so just try again. We have a lot of people on the call. There's a lot of interest in this software for obvious reasons, and the page is just probably getting bogged down with a lot of traffic, so just go back to the link, maybe hit refresh a few times, and we do still have some bonuses left. I think, Sean, what did you say? We're going to open up to 10 bonuses?
Yeah, that's correct, and we are getting orders going through now, so it looks like they're processing.
If you already ordered, if you could just put yes in the chat box here so we can kind of keep an eye on this. If you already ordered, just put yes in the chat box so we can mark you down for one of these bonuses. And then in the meantime, we can continue to answer some of these questions. Okay, Butch, we got you marked down. Jay, we got you marked down. Okay, so let's see. How do you advertise on how do you advertise on Facebook without getting banned? And I'll just mention briefly, and then I can pass it over. But basically, you're doing nothing wrong with the advertising here. You're following all the terms of service. In the past, when you advertise to a certain name with the name in the ad and the name on the shirt, and you were like calling them out by name, that's when you start to break terms of service. In this case, we're simply showing a shirt with any name on there, and you're actually able to, like we showed in the presentation, enter your own name and basically create your own shirt. So we're not necessarily calling somebody out by their name, only we're just showing them how to basically use our software to create their own shirt. So we're breaking no terms of service at all here. It's a totally different way to do it, and it's very effective. Really it's better than it used to be, because now anybody can enter their name and they got a shirt created. So you don't even have to call out one person by name. Instead, you're offering it to everybody. Anybody can put their own name on their own shirt. So it's 100% compliant. Hope that answers the question.
Yeah, and I can show you a couple of the things that I do. And we can walk through this one. I don't mind showing the entire setup for this. This is a live campaign. This one's running right now. It's one of my favorite methods. I'm offering a generic t-shirt, non-personalized. I'm targeting nurses. I set up this page, fan page. I set this up yesterday. There's no likes to it. And I targeted nurses. And I'm just offering to give away some t-shirts. In one day, I have 359 likes and 46 shares. And if they click on this link, it takes them to a page. Now, as of tomorrow, we will have, this one was created in Optimized Press, but this exact same simple little page builder is being included into tomorrow's update in our software. We can collect the name, and I'll show you how it works right here. I'll just put in, let's just put something in here. And we can follow through the process. Karen is a nurse. Karen lands on this super simple little page, and Karen just enters the contest. And this is what happens. It's redirecting everyone to a sales page. And right now I've got a crazy special going at $9.95. I've increased my shipping. So I'm only making a couple dollars on a t-shirt. I don't know what it is, $2 or $3. But it's just to cover the cost of my list building. This could be a the full price, no issue. I was running it one the other day where I was selling $49 hoodies, just showing that it can be flexible. Anyway, Karen just opted into the contest. She gets directed right over to a thank you page. Hi Karen, thanks for joining our contest. Karen can then buy the shirt. This one's really simple. They're being added to my email list. How effective is it? Well, let's just take a look at what we get for opt-ins. let's just go and take a look. Let me just refresh this, and this is in one day. It's been going for a day and about 3 hours. So about 27 hours it's been running, and I'm just going to refresh this. It's at 170. Maybe we've got some new ones, maybe we don't. I'm now at 185, so I've had 15 come in the last little while. This is a great way to build a list. We cover this in the training, how to place the ads, how to make them effective, and how to do things so that we're not just dealing with one-week campaigns, we're dealing with other things. We're moving people into Facebook groups, we're moving them onto fan pages, or we're moving them into Pinterest, and we're developing a real asset, an email list. The money's in the list. We show you how to build a list. Tomorrow, we're going to show you how to build a list that gets results like this. Subscribers in one day, 1,167. Today, 274, and let me tell you, this was from more than an hour ago. He is directing them to a page that sells Teespring shirts, and he's got a tiny little sampling of a back-end offer. After they've already bought a Teespring shirt, it goes to another upsell, and he was still able to sell 13 t-shirts in one day for a profit of $148.85. If he would have put the name t-shirts in place of the Teespring, then he would have had these sales as well. So in one day, he's got total cost, ad spend, and his profit. So that's how we place our ads. We place them through contests, through opt-ins, through, well, I think I was even showing the one here. Let me just go and find this, just so you can see some of our ads. I've got some that I've set up right on here. Here's one, and this is for the pink V-neck, and this is exactly what it looks like, the perfect Christmas gift. Get yours here. Then it's got a link to the page where they can go and get the shirt. It looks great. It's a good design. It's a really simple ad. Here's another example of an ad that we would put in, so it's clickable. Simple. Here's another clickable ad with his and hers Christmas t-shirts. And you would just put your link in, his and hers Christmas t-shirts, get yours here. This one's clickable, of course, so this is how I set it up. This is how I set up Team Dolan Lifetime Member. This is for one of my Pinterest pages. This is for my Irish page. And it has Irish t-shirts, Irish last names on it. This is an ad. Very simple. You know, I've already shown this one. Here's our scratch and win. Use any image you want. Instant win. Try and win a t-shirt instantly. Here's another ad, and this would just be comment below. We do another one that has been really successful, and we put a handful of change on the table. We've taken a picture, and we put something on here. We turn it into an ad, and we say, the first one to guess the right amount wins a t-shirt. Just comment below with your guess. Well, guess what we're going to do? We're going to re-engage all of these people because we know that they're Roll Tide fans that are trying to win the contest. We know they love Roll Tide, although maybe we're giving a $20 Amazon card and they have to guess the change. We know that they love the Roll Tide. So we're going to comment below with a personalized Roll Tide t-shirt offer. Hey, somebody guessed the right amount, but we found we have a t-shirt with your name in stock. You can check it out here. That's a kind of ad we would run. The last time we ran that ad with guess the correct amount of change, first one to guess wins. We had over 10,000 comments. And I forget how many t-shirts we sold. I think it was around 300. Once again, I just do something real simple. I just put the image. I don't worry about these fancy borders. Just slap the image on, simple text up top, available in all names. You've got an ad. That's the quick overview of how we place our ads.
Yeah, that was great, Ken. And I mean, that's something that I've been doing as well. I mean, the giveaway and the contest is huge for engagement. That's how you get dirt cheap traffic. You know, that's how I was able to build massive lists so that you Sure, make that sale and sell the T-shirt, but you also have that asset that you can build on afterwards. So after that campaign is done, if you have a new design or a new product, you can follow up, whether it's through Facebook comments or through the emails. Now, we had another question from somebody asking if they could use their own designs because, when people start using the designs in the members area, they'll get stale after a while, and you can definitely use your own designs. I've done that. I've come up with the ugly Christmas sweater actually, and I was able to customize it so it said, the Smith Christmas on an ugly sweater design. So you can definitely use your designs from previous campaigns that sold well, so you can customize them, or you can come up with new campaigns and use this software to customize the shirt or the cell phone cover. So yeah, you can definitely do that. I think there was a little bit of confusion. I think people thought that you could only use the designs that were in the members area, which isn't the case. Although the designs in the members area are really high quality and really well done. I've used several of them, and they convert really, really well.
Yeah, and like I said, you can just go into TView or Teespring and find something that's taking off or selling really well or sold well in the past, and just find a way to personalize it like I did with the Smack Talking shirts. I didn't come up with that idea. I just found the Smack Talking shirts and changed up the fonts and made it look unique and uploaded it into the software, and we actually sell this t-shirt through the software. So any design works.
Okay, let's take a few more questions. They're asking about the targeting. I think Ken kind of covered that with, with say the nursing shirt. I know you can target based on job titles. So, for instance, you could list job titles. You could target females that are listed as nurses, and then basically drive traffic to that page where they can enter to win a shirt, or if it's just a generic shirt, and then once they go to the page, you can customize it. So there's a lot of ways you can do this, and I think a lot of people are having questions on the targeting, but it's a lot easier than you think because it's basically the way you would normally run traffic, although you will get to customize it for that customer. So here you go. Ken, I'll let you take it away since you're opening up a live campaign that you're running right now. This is pretty cool of you to do.
Yeah, this is a live campaign, and I'll show you. It's just really, really simple targeting. I'm not looking for anything that's extreme. I use very simple things. If it's a name campaign, and I have a t-shirt that has Smith Lifetime Member, all I would ever do is try one targeting at a time, and this is why the designs will never become stale. I target passionate groups. I target, maybe I do the last names and I run one campaign, and that one campaign is just for people who love the Boston Bruins, or run another campaign and it's just for people that love the Dallas Cowboys. Does a t-shirt have anything to do with the Dallas Cowboys? No, it just says it's a Susan thing. But I know that the people who love the Dallas Cowboys are passionate people, so the targeting is extremely simple. Now, when it comes to targeting for this campaign that I'm running here right now, you can see I spent $15. In total, I spent $46.24, but my sales have far exceeded $46, so I'm getting paid to build this list. What did I use for targeting? I used people living in the United States that are female between the ages of 25 and 65. I went through Facebook and typed in nurse, and I just clicked on every single thing I could find that was nurse related, just kept clicking away. And I went into mobile and desktop news feeds, and I went under industries, and I went under job title and just picked people who actually say that they're nurses. So this gives me 290,000 people, and I didn't use any software, and I'll tell you that inside the members area, I have the training on how to do the targeting. I don't have to use any software. I get some of the big names asking me, just like I did yesterday, hey, would you mind helping me with some targeting? And I show them the super simple way that I do targeting in 3 minutes. Nobody's doing it. And literally, I'm up and running in 3 minutes. I've used software where I've spent hours and hours trying to make it work the way I wanted it to. I keep things simple. We can market to anyone as long as they're passionate.
You guys, you see that page post engagement, 7 cent. So that's the neat thing about doing the contest and giveaways, like Sean said earlier. And if you're part of the, which you probably are, part of the Product Pages Mastermind, you've probably seen us do the giveaways with the phone cases and shirts too. And you just get, you just drive the cost very low, because what happens is stuff goes viral because people are commenting, liking, and sharing. So you get rewarded from Facebook. They make your reach wider, and basically your post goes viral. And while that's going viral, you know, you just start driving down to 7 cent, 5 cent, and even cheaper. So, you know, the cost is very, very low to get in front of these people. You're building a list that you can resell to. You know, you're selling shirts. I mean, it's just, once all the pieces work together, it's amazing that you can get in front of so many people with this shirt for so cheap, you know. And just like Ken was saying, he spent, you know, $40-something, but he sold a bunch of shirts. I mean, it's really amazing if you think about it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, like everybody's talking about the low cost, which is great. If you're just building a list, you want a super low cost. So you're absolutely correct. If I'm just building a list, I want a super low cost, but if I'm able to redirect people to a personalized purchase page at a discounted rate, then my cost, or my cost per engagement isn't near as important as what's my cost per day and how much did I make in the day, because I don't want to spend money.
You're basically getting paid, you know, to build your list. You know,
Yeah.
you're making a profit to build your business.
Yeah.
You know, you're not even breaking even. You're making a profit, you know, to build your business, build your email list, and sell more product. I mean, it's amazing, you know.
Well, look. Here's a graphic. I mean, this shows the scenario. Here's a 274 opt-ins today, and this was yesterday, 1,167. And here's the actual profit, $480.90 to build this list. I'm not going to pay, so of course when it comes to what does it cost you, you know, that's a different animal. That is, what does it cost you? If you don't have an upsell or the personalization stuff, you need to get really cheap clicks. Me, as long as I'm making a profit, I don't care if it's a smaller profit or a larger profit. As long as I get to build my list for free and somebody's paying me to do it, then I can start to have fun with my marketing again instead of fighting all the time to try and get ahead.
Guys, I just want to mention, you know, there's a little over 100 people still on the call, you know, so if anybody has any questions that they want to get out for me, Sean, Ken, or want to see something in the software again, you know, now is the time to ask. I mean, there's, you know, still over 100 people on the call, so I know there's a lot of interest in this software. So, you know, maybe you asked a question and it could have got overlooked. You may have came on the call a little later. It could have missed something important. But, you know, is there anything that you would like to see again? More importantly, is there any questions that you need to get answered that would make you feel comfortable to get the software so you can take advantage of the name campaigns?
Yeah, and
so if you have any questions, just ask away so we can get those answered. I mean, you know, there's still over 100 people on the call, which is pretty amazing. It shows there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, there's a lot of interest in this opportunity.
Yeah, and I just wanted to jump on real quick. A few people were saying they were having issues being able to process the payment for the software, but if you go through, it should be working now, and we'll still honor that for the bonus. So you will still get the bonus. You know, if you were having issues previously and you put your order through now, we will still honor that. And also, I did want to just make a quick comment on Ken and the support. Because, you know, I've been a part of this since day one, and, you know, had a few questions that I wanted to get clarified. So Ken jumped on a call with me on Skype, and a few questions answered, proceeded into us. I think we were on the call for 45 minutes, just going over different strategies and traffic generation. So the support has been top notch, and he's still putting a lot of time and money into the development, making it even better than it is currently. So it's just real exciting, and it's good to be a part of, from the ground up. We do have a question, Ken. Somebody is asking, Craig is asking, how many personalized fields you can add to your design?
Right now, we've just put in two areas of personalization, and other than that, you can personalize, like I said, based on state or by interest. So you can put as many as you want, but we actually allow two layers of personalization.
All right.
Okay, cool. We got another question. How does the software handle a name that is very long?
We have auto-size technology, so whether you use a long name or a short name, it's going to fit. And I'll just quickly show you that, but I just wanted to show you just quickly, just before we show you the auto-sizing. Here I picked out a winner for my t-shirt contest, and I just wanted to show you when the email goes out for me to announce a winner. I've got everything turned off on the page. It's really simple. This is what it looks like. This is what everybody gets in the email, and it says, hey, did you win the t-shirt? Click here to find out. This is exactly what it looks like. There's no big sales pitch. This almost looks like an ad on the side of the page. They can see exactly who won. They know that we're giving away. And of course, everyone who gets a result page has a personalized t-shirt, and they can actually buy it now, and this is a great way to generate sales. So let's go and take a look at the auto sizing. Okay, so if we have a super short name like Amy, it's going to build, and you'll see the text fits in there just fine. If we put in something that was really long, and we hit the button, it's still going to fit on the t-shirt. It's still going to look really, really decent. We have a content area. And if the font size does not fit in that content area, it will auto-size it down to the next pixel size that will fit in there to maximize the size of the pixel and yet still fit into the area. So the simple answer is it auto-sizes to fit, whether it's a short name or a long name.
Awesome. So we have another question here from Michael. Are the names always full caps, or can the names be upper, lowercase also, upper and lowercase also?
No, it is restricted to uppercase only, and I'll tell you why. We have had too many people, when we initially started, we had too many people that were mixing the characters, and then if they would put it in as all lowercase, and then they would say, oh, I don't want this in all lowercase. We actually just finally came up with just fixed uppercase letters, and some designs it's not going to work. For most, it will, and as long as you understand some of the restrictions of the system, you just have to work within it. And this is one of those things, and it really ends up saving your bacon in the end.
Yeah, we found that the all caps did well too, throughout the year of testing different designs and stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so all right, we already answered that one.
Real quick, for those who did purchase, make sure that you put in the questions box yes, and also provide us your email so we can get you that bonus. We had a few issues, but everything seems to be processing fine now. And I just want to reiterate that the bonus is for 10 people, but if you were having issues earlier, you can process that and we'll still honor it. Again, the bonus is an over-the-shoulder video series and also templates that you can use to drive free traffic to your name campaign. So it's going to be all customized stuff, and it can be mobile phone covers or t-shirts for any designs, but we'll show you exactly how we do it, and you'll get the actual templates so that you can literally just basically copy and paste and do exactly what we do to drive a lot of sales for free. So go ahead and let us know in the questions box if you are a part of this, and we'll continue to answer any questions that you still have, because there's still a lot of people on this call, so we want to make sure we get all of the questions answered. So we have one question from John that asks if any other languages are supported with this, Ken. And there's a few people. Yes, we are recording this right now. Hopefully we will have it rendered and everything will process just fine so that you can go through and review some of the things that we covered and some of the ways that Ken is driving traffic. So yes, we will try to get that replay out. So let's see.
Hey, welcome Tony. Welcome Jay and Dan. Jennifer,
Jay.
Kim, Ed.
Okay, so sorry, the question was about languages. First of all, we've implemented all currencies available with PayPal, so we can take regular PayPal, and of course you can take credit card payments. We've now added, and that's part of the update tomorrow, is special language characters. So although it's not set up to, you'd still have to put it in, like actually type in the text for other languages. It's still going to work in all available currencies, and it does allow special characters for the various languages.
Tony, the bonus will come directly from me. So look for an email coming directly from me, Sean@productpages.co, and that will have everything in there. James, I'm going to send you a different link to try since it's still not working for you. And when will the bonuses be available? I will get those out to you either later tonight or tomorrow because we want to try to get this replay rendered as well. The pricing is $9.97, and Craig just dropped a message and said he was lucky enough to be in the beta group, and the training and support alone is worth 10 times the purchase amount. Never mind the amazing software, just my opinion. Well, thanks, Craig. Thank you for sharing that. The bonuses, John, the bonus we just went over a few minutes ago is basically how we have been using the software for months to drive free traffic to our shirts and name campaigns. It's an over-the-shoulder video series, and we're also giving you templates as well. This was something that initially Jason and I were going to release as a product, but with this software, we are going to include it as a bonus. So that is still available. We'll still honor that because of some of the payment issues we've been having. And I will paste a new link in for those people. So if you're still having problems, let us know, and I'll send you a different link. If we have any other questions, we can go through them now. Yeah, what's that?
Well, I've got a response in regards to the whole thing about bonuses. If anyone wants to know, one of the biggest bonuses you're ever going to get by purchasing the software is the major upgrade that we have coming out in 10 days. And what we're putting together is this. If you could imagine, let me just quickly show you this, because I think this one is quite important. When we deal with something like this, and people opt into a contest, right now you saw that it directed them to their t-shirt. To the same t-shirt with a name on it. One of the things that we're changing or adding is a major upgrade. I've never seen this thing done anywhere before. What this is going to do is if Susan opts in, and we know that Susan is a nurse, as soon as she enters the contest, she's not going to go to a specific t-shirt. She's going to go to a website. We're creating now not just pages with a t-shirt, we're creating websites on the fly, and the website will be fully customizable, and it will have all the products in the store that relate to Susan and that relate to Susan being a nurse. And we can put in physical products, things that Susan the nurse would love, generic t-shirts with Susan's name on them, nurse t-shirts with Susan's name, and everything on that page will be geared towards Susan, because it's going to create a Susan website, a full gallery of products and t-shirts, and it will create that on the fly. So they will be directed to something called It's a Susan World, or It's All About Susan, or Susan the Awesome Nurse.
Well,
That a whole custom store just for the name. I mean,
Wow.
that's amazing.
Yeah, for the name, and of course, if we know a few things about that name in our targeting, we can really get funky with this. We know the name. We know that Susan is a nurse. We know that Susan loves the Oklahoma Sooners. We know that Susan likes knitting. Well, guess what? Instead of targeting those interests and going to specific pages, we can now bring Susan, after opting into this contest, to the website that's geared to, we only sell products on this site to people named Susan. And we can have her knitting shirts, we can have her crocheting shirts, we can have her Sooner t-shirts, we can have the fact that maybe she's even a soccer mom. We can put all of that together on one awesome page that's all about Susan. So websites on the fly that are personalized.
That is pretty cool, and I can't wait for that update to come out. And geez, I mean, the possibilities, my head is spinning right now with what can be done with something like that. That is really cool. Also, Ken, you told me to remind you, and I wanted to get more information on this too, because this is really, really powerful as well, about the cart abandonment and what you're doing to lower those numbers and to get people to come back and actually complete their purchase. Can you go over that a little bit?
Yeah, one of the upgrades, right now it's a manual process. We export abandoned carts because our system does collect their emails and put them into an exportable CSV file. We are changing that. The upgrade tomorrow will have a built-in autoresponder, and you'll be able to put the message in with a coupon code or whatever message you want. And every time there's an abandoned cart, immediately it's going to reply to the abandoned cart with your message saying, hey, we'd really like to get you back as a customer. We're hoping that a 10% discount gets you back. Here's your coupon code. So not only an autoresponder that sends out the confirmation email in regards to the purchase, we also are going to have our full-blown autoresponder messages going out for abandoned carts to reduce those numbers.
Wow. Yeah, that is something I know with product pages that we're looking into doing as well. And that kind of solution is powerful, especially with it being built in where you don't have to purchase another service or you don't have to pay for another email provider. So that's great. I can't wait for that update. And we still
What I wanted to mention on the call, one thing that makes this very unique with Ken, just like with Sean and me with product pages, is this is software created by someone that actually uses the software. So you can expect a lot of updates, a lot of unique features, and things that you want. We also want to in the software, because just like we're using this software. So it's not like this software was created with the sole purpose of selling it to other users. I mean, this software was created to cash in on the opportunity, and there's just so much opportunity that some licenses was opened up so you could cash in too. So you can expect many updates and things like that, because Ken also uses this software just like he's showing you now. It wasn't just created to sell, it was created to really cash in on this amazing opportunity. And if you get in today, you'll be able to cash in on this opportunity as well.
Yeah, so back when name campaigns were really big, I'd say in its prime, there were several thousands and thousands of people that were doing the name campaigns, and they were all still pretty much profitable. People were having amazing success, and that was even with tons and tons of people that were doing them almost exclusively. But with this, and especially with this software, I mean, it's still a very, very small group, and it's an intimate Skype group in the members area. So you're basically going to have this software and this technology that has a leg up on pretty much anyone who doesn't have it, and you'll be able to start doing this and become one of 50 or 100 people. I'm not sure exactly how many are in the members area that are doing name campaigns again. So that is a huge competitive advantage, over the marketplace and for doing T-shirts.
Yeah, I don't even think we're at 50.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because I was just in the Skype group this morning, and it's it's still a pretty small number. So, all right, there's still 89 people on the call, so I still see a lot of people out there like Andy and Bob and Brad and Bree. We have Carl still on the call and Chris. So if there are still questions, make sure that you get them in the chat box now, and we'll answer all or any remaining questions that you have. Is the bonus still available? Yes, we will still honor people that purchase now with the bonus. And then Jason, I think you were just going to jump on and say something there.
Yeah, I mean, I was also seeing the questions about the bonuses, and like we stated earlier, so many people ordered right away. I mean, we went over those 10, and so many people cannot even get the page because there was so much traffic on it. So we are going, just to be fair, open up more bonuses. Because it's not really fair if you're trying to buy and you just can't because of the traffic, or the buy button's not working. So if you're on the call right now, know that you can get the bonus too if you take action now and buy in. And if you're still on the fence, then just ask us the questions. If you need us to show you something else on the software, if you have any questions, we understand that this is an investment that you are making into your business, and we want you to feel good about that investment. So if you have a question, we'll give you an honest, open answer about that. And we definitely want you to be successful if you buy the software, So feel free to ask those questions, and if you haven't bought yet, go ahead and buy, and you'll get that bonus. We don't know how long this is going to be open, so you're better off to buy now if you want to get in. Prices can increase, bonuses can go away, and I'm not trying to scare you into buying or anything. I'm just being honest that, prices can increase and bonuses can go away, but this is a chance to get in now and also get your questions answered right now from any three of us. So let us know if you have any questions.
Somebody asked, they said they have not sold one t-shirt yet, but they're familiar with Facebook ads, they're familiar with online marketing, and they're wondering, how long it would take to get a campaign up and running. You've watched the training videos, and I did this when I first got in. I watched all the training videos, and I got set up no problem. I would say within an hour. And then the cool thing is that when you set up one campaign, sure, it's one campaign, but it fits any number of names. So it's something that's pretty evergreen, and whenever people go to, they'll have their name. And, I like how one of the boxes said, check our inventory, check to see if your name is here. If we don't have it, it's free. So that's something that I learned from Ken and put on one of my pages, which has been pretty cool because people will, just go bonkers over seeing their name, first name or last name on a shirt. So once you get that first campaign up, it's pretty much open and evergreen after that.
Yeah, exactly. And what better to start with the name campaign, which is the easiest one to sell. So this is definitely a good start. Once you set up, you're probably going to have a lot of confidence, and you're going to realize the huge opportunity here. I know it really opened my eyes and Sean's eyes when the names first hit the market too several months ago. We started doing this name campaign, and it really gave a perspective of like the opportunity, how large this opportunity is to sell T-shirts. It was really amazing. It was crazy when I ran my first name campaign, and I remember, going to eat dinner and come back home and, check the stats, and like the post completely flipped, was going crazy. People were tagging their other family members, and, I remember seeing people tagging like 5, 10, and 15 family members, just going all crazy and sharing it with other people. And the cost was in ads, the page post engagement was low. It was like around 7 or 8 cents, and I was getting so much traffic and sales, like even on day one. And it was just, it's really an amazing thing to see. So we're still getting a bunch of questions here. Can you upload your own design, or is the software preloaded with designs?
You can download designs from the members area, or you can upload any design and any font that you want. The graphics editor is completely flexible in what you're trying to accomplish.
Can we give our VA access to the members area for training purposes?
You can, but what you have to do is you have to let us know, because especially if somebody's logging in to your software where you've got it installed, if we see strange IP addresses popping up from multiple locations, so that just in case people are deciding to partner and split things, you need to let us know, because we want to make sure that we keep a little bit of control on the software, so we don't have 30 people logging into the members area or the software itself.
Yeah, and that's how we set up with product pages too. It's also a security feature. You know, if somebody was to, get your password or something and start sharing it, and next thing you have 50 or 100 people logging in under your account, and it is a security feature to protect all members. So, Craig, you said unlimited license. Does this mean that I could set up a local company with their own name website?
We're allowing you to do 3 installs, so it can be set up on 3 domains. And for myself, I run everything on 1 domain. I don't think there's any issue, and we've got no problem if you're going to set up on 2 more domains. Although we don't want this thing out there everywhere, somebody going crazy putting it on everyone's domain. All of a sudden they'll be offering a service on Fiverr. We create personal names for you. Let us install one.
Yeah, exactly. So we have some more questions here. Is this also something to offer to local businesses and corporations? Okay, so we just went over, I think we just went over that same question too.
Well, I've got something to add to the whole local business thing. Number one, one of the guys in the group knows somebody who sells cell phones has a cell phone shop, and he sells 300 cell phones a month, and he's developed a large email list. So of course our guys contacted his friend, and they've cut a deal to send out to his super large email list personalized cell phone cases for Christmas that actually have a little advertising blurb on the bottom and the phone number for the cell phone store. So a lot of what we do can be used for local businesses and in the real world. For example, I'm doing a run right now for 8 car dealerships, and every time they sell a car, they're giving away a personalized t-shirt, which is basically a walking business card. So in that regards, you can easily incorporate the system to work with local businesses, and there's a number of different types of businesses that would use t-shirts, and that would give you a recurring income. I think I get about 40 t-shirts a day from the car dealerships, so that's about $400 a day just from the car dealerships, and there's a lot of car dealerships out there. Nobody's selling them personalized t-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just set up your own joint venture, with a business, and direct them to your main website, and just set up a deal with their, if you set up a certain shirt for a car dealer, if somebody buys that shirt, it's coming from that car dealer, so you can easily set up, special campaigns, and just use your entrepreneur spirit, and if you have local businesses or other people that you want to do business with, work out a deal that sounds like it will work for both parties involved.
Yeah,
and keep branding your main store. No reason to set them up their own store. Keep control of your store with your own branding, and work a deal from that.
Yeah, not only are we talking about car dealerships, there's realtors out there. We're also talking about some of the other methods of marketing, or contacting the large fan pages and basically develop a t-shirt that's a walking business card, so that members that are passionate about the fan pages that they're in, or the groups, we can actually do t-shirts with their logo and 2 layers of personalization. So it could say, Cindy, proud member of San Diego Cycling Club, member since 2008. We can reach out to a lot of the fan pages, to LinkedIn groups. There's a lot of methods of marketing this that aren't always related to placing Facebook ads, such as what we're doing with charities. Set up a page with 10 Christian t-shirts. You get the youth group to go and promote it. Well, because it's all mobile optimized, there's no orders, there's no paperwork for them, there's no collecting money. All they have to do is go and pass the phones around in the church, and people can select the personalized t-shirt they want and place the order right there. So local sports teams, fundraisers, cut a deal with a local high school football team and do personalized t-shirts so that the community can support the team and raise some funds, and then everybody wins. Go to the local soccer and association and sell, this mom loves player number 22 because he's my awesome son. A whole bunch of things other than just Facebook ads.
Yeah, that's huge. And I mean, I love Facebook ads, and they're very, very effective, and they've made us a lot of money, and they're great for certain things. But thinking outside of the Facebook bubble is really important. And like you were saying, targeting different groups, especially on LinkedIn. I mean, there's some very, very passionate groups on LinkedIn that are profession based, or some of them are a little more niche, but we're talking groups of upwards of 100, 200,000 people, and to be able to set up something where it's pretty much effortless for them and minimal for you to set up, that is a very lucrative way to get started and to get going on this.
Well, Sean, let me tell you a funny one. Realtors love to, one of their problems is maybe they're at their kid's soccer game, and the other parents know who Jerry is, but they don't know what Jerry does, and Jerry would really like to tell them that he's a realtor, but he can't get the word all out to everyone, so he sort of keeps quiet. He's a little bit shy. We printed a design on the back of the shirt that just says, please yell Jerry if you need your house sold. And he put it on the back of his t-shirt, so when he sits in the stand, then all the people know his name because they just know, hey, that's a parent of, little Billy, the soccer player. And all it says on the back is, please yell Jerry if you need your house sold. And, we've had reports that, it's sort of funny in the stand, somebody yells, Jerry! Pretty simple. Herbalife t-shirts, network marketing, I make my money selling Amway. Ask me how you can make money as well. Walking business cards are extremely powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the right group, I mean, yeah, it would sell themselves, definitely. So I'm going through. Do we still have any questions? There's still a lot of people on the call, and
oh, hey, Sean, as you're looking for more questions, a quick answer in regards to how fast could I get set up and start running. Well, literally, if you did a comment to win, and you could make a real quick post. Now, you don't need to have a t-shirt. You could throw in a mug. You could put in, we've got a number of things that we throw in here. And all you have to do is set this up. And as you're collecting the comments, then take your time and go set up your software. But the first thing you want to do is get a quick comment thing out there so that you're making money this evening. Let this thing build up. Let this run till tomorrow. Get your software in place only after you've set this up. What kind of things can we throw on there? Let's take a look at, I think it's right here. I look for some oddball, weird things that nurses would like to win. Here's something. I get these things off of eBay. This is the wristband notepad. It's wipeable, and the nurses love this. It's got a little Velcro pen, and they can write down their quick notes there, and away they go. That's a quick giveaway. Throw that thing up. Hey, you want to win this? Comment below with, I want it. Very simple. We take a look at cell phone cases, whether they're personalized or not. Just go find a quick, cool nurse's cell phone case. A nurse clock, 17 bucks. Throw that up right away, then go install your software. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's make things happen. You're up and running in minutes because you see the people starting to comment like crazy. We don't want to wait. We want to jump on things right away. Here's another one. This one is awesome. The human organ for transplant lunch kit. This is a perfect novelty item for the nurses. I mean, it's hilarious. They're a nurse and they go to the picnic or to work or whatever. This is funny stuff. You want to get started right away.
Okay, and
there we go.
We have a question here. I just wanted to verify with you, Ken, that someone was asking if they have a domain and they just wanted to do a subdomain, say, for different T-shirt designs. That's fine, right? Or so, for instance, if they wanted to do a nurse's theme, they can do several different styles of nurse shirts on that same domain, right?
Oh, for sure. We just throw them in folders. So, you know, if here, let me just show you how quick this is. I'll just go. This will answer that one real quick. Here I've got, say, demo 1, and when I hit this, this one might be nurses. And then you see how the folder's set up. It's just a domain and then the niche. So if I wanted to change the niche, let's just go to demo 2. This one might be for, you know, race car enthusiasts. And then I could do another install as demo 3, and this could be my Irish names.
We only see the nurse clock on the screen.
Yeah, people are saying they can't see your screen.
Oh, they can't see my screen?
Well, we're just seeing the nurse clock right now on Facebook. Oh, there. I think you.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, everything is just installed in a folder, so it would look like this. You know, teehee.org demo 3. That one might be nurses. Demo 2 might be racing enthusiasts. And you see they're just put inside folders. Oh, and then we do have these, you know, this script that you see that has the pop down, that's just a script that I added. That's not part of it. But you can put exit pops and you can put drop downs and all kinds of crazy things. Anyway, these install, you can have all the niches you want, all under teehee.org, whatever your domain is. We just install them in a folder. No subdomains are needed. This is quick and easy, and it still points the branding right back easily to your company.
And yes, you can use your own designs. People are still, they think that they have to use the ones that are in the members area. Those are just designs that you can use to jumpstart and get going right away. You don't have to use them, but I have been with a lot of success, so they definitely do convert. They definitely do sell. But you can take your own designs. You can go back to one of your best sellers. You know, say if you were doing a design for, let's say, accountants, you can go back and customize a shirt, use that same design and add their accounting name in there, add the accounting firm, or, you know, personalize for each accountant in that firm. So there's a lot of different things you can do, but I want to reiterate that you can use your own designs with this software.
Okay, guys, I mean, I guess it's about time to wrap up. We went a good bit over time here. You know, we're approaching the 2-hour mark, and it was set for an hour and a half, but there was just it's just been so much fun, so many people on the call and so many questions that we just kept going here. So is there any last minute questions? I mean, there's still a lot of people on the call. Is there any last minute questions, you know, that you want to get out there before we close down this training call? What are the bonuses again?
All right, Ivan, the bonuses are basically you're getting a case study on how we've been using the software over the last few months to get a lot of T-shirt sales with free traffic. So it's going to be broken down step by step. It's going to be an over-the-shoulder video series along with the templates on how to do that, exactly how we do it, and that will be included as a bonus. It won't be attached. We're going to reach out to every single person who purchased individually to sort out access for that. And that is something that we will honor the purchases going on this live call. We will honor that with the bonus. So that is the bonus. And let's see, somebody's asking about Facebook fan pages and how many they need to run contests on and how many different fan pages need to be created. To answer that from my perspective, Clark, I actually only have a handful. I really don't have that many. You know, back in the day when Facebook organic reach was huge, it was worth the time to make a separate fan page for every single niche, and some people still do that. However, I found that with just a handful of pages, you know, first of all, it keeps me organized. I can see where everything is and track all the different threads that I have going, but you don't need to have a bunch. You can just have one generic fan page with maybe a catchy name or one specific niche and go from there.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll add to that, I do a lot with just one page. But the number one answer right now, Clark, is you need one page. If you get the software, go set up one page right now, and you can be up and going, and you can be selling shirts immediately. You don't have to go out there and think, that you need to create all these different pages. My first advice would be just get set up and get going. Get that part done, and then if you feel you need to set up a new page for a certain niche or whatever, you can do that. But just get set up and start selling T-shirts.
Yeah, I know there's a lot you can do, and we've covered a ton on the call today, and it's all stuff that I want to start implementing right now as well. But just to get up and going, yeah, just do that one step, get the software going, get your page going, and then you can start to scale and expand from there. But yeah, I'm sure everyone's mind is kind of buzzing right now with different ideas, and there's a lot of great content that you can use from this call. So I want to thank Ken for taking the time to do this call with us today. We knew that you guys would really like it and like the content. So Ken, I want to thank you for taking the time. And if we have any other questions, be sure to get them in right now. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up in the next minute or so.
Oh, hey, Sean. When the call ends, I know some people may still have some questions. They can get in touch with me on Skype if they like, SpeedyKen1. And I'll just quickly show on a notepad, just if you can still see my screen here. Just if they have a question after the call, I'll be on here for the rest of the day anyway. It's just on Skype. It's just SpeedyKen1, and it's just using the number 1, just like that.
All right, and in addition, yeah, we'll be around. We've been using the software. We can answer questions too. Whatever you guys need, we can help you with. We're going to try to get this rendered and sent out immediately so you can go through and review everything. And yes, Bob, he just got on. He was at the job. We're just wrapping up now, but we're going to be sending this out as soon as it's ready so everyone can go back and review everything. So thank you all for joining us. I know in the middle of the day it can kind of be difficult, or in the middle of the night for some of you on the other side of the world. And thanks for joining us.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Take care.